night and is hitting .451 on the year. Bears will start things off with Emily Howe. Hot from just up the road in Edmond, Oklahoma. Looking to show out in front of her hometown fans. Second team All Big 12 selection, hitting .335 on the season. The freshman Tegan Cavan in the circle for the Longhorns. It's come a long way to Texas from Des Moines, Iowa, and has been lights out in her first year on 40 acres.
Tegan Cavan is mainly an up ball pitcher, mainly goes to her rise, has a great changeup. Her movement is phenomenal. She's the upper 60s, 67, 68, so she brings the heat.
The Big 12 Freshman of the Year announced on Thursday. 16-2 on the season. 24th appearance of the year. Hot draws a walk. No out base runner for Baylor to start things off.
And those are going to be some keys for Baylor, is to see that ball down, knowing that Cavan keeps the ball up in the zone, and trying to see if they can get on top of those strikes that are in the top of the strike zone.
Presley Pylon in the box. Baylor picking up their first Big 12 win in a tournament game since 2018 last night with that victory over UCF. Coach Glenn Moore and his squad officially off the schneid, and now looking to make the Big 12 championship game for the first time since that same year, 2018.
And if you take a look at Presley Pylon when she gets back in the batter's box, she is on that plate trying to cover for that outside rise.
2-1 pitch. Pylon drops it down. One down, runner advances. Texas swept Baylor in a series earlier this season. '23 All-American Shaylin Govan leading the country in batting average. Fouled away. Junior from Katy, Texas, transferring over to Baylor from Stephen F. Austin. Had a seeing eye single last night that drove in the winning run for Baylor.
Govan, just such a hard out, just a difficult out. I mean, even just last night, just battling. She can go to all field. She can go right side. She can pull a ball.
Cavan spins it right down Main Street, ahead in the count 0-2. Of course, Texas winning 17 straight coming into this game. 6 opponents, their last 6, they have run ruled. #1 team in the whole country. Coach Mike White calls this probably one of the best teams that he has had at UT, and certainly one of the most talented.
Absolutely, and youth. I mean, that's been the thread we've been talking about when we talk about Texas, is just how young they are. Kavon, a freshman, Atwood behind the plate, a sophomore, just in key positions.
Towering pop-up. Henry coming in to squeeze it. 2 down, Hot stays at second. So here's Aaliyah Binford, who did work in the circle last night, helping Baylor advance with a victory over the Knights, and also helped her own cause big time with an opposite field home run. That's an opposite field base hit. Hot has to stay at the corner thanks to the big arm from Maloney. But 2 aboard with 2 out, and Sydney Collazo's coming to bat.
I mean, Binford, I mean, just what an athlete, right? I mean, she does it on the mound, does it at the plate. But just look at these hands. I mean, this pitch is way out on the outer half. Goes with it well. Runners on first and third.
Sydney Collazo from Georgetown, Texas, right up the road from Waco. Pretty close to Austin, too. Ahead in the count 1-0. Takes inside 2-0. What's Collazo's trying to do here, Natasha?
Definitely trying to get something to the green. You know, you have a runner on third, and Kavon is a great pitcher to do that, too. She's got up in the zone, and so if she can drive something to the green, that's a sac.
Reese Atwood, the Big 12 Player of the Year behind the dish, coming out to have a quick talk with her freshman. It's a critical opportunity here for Baylor. You're playing against a team with an offense that set a record last night for the most runs scored in a Big 12 tournament.
Especially a team like the Longhorns, you know, first inning, you're making a threat. You know, the theme is whenever you're on a team is score early, score often, be the first one to throw that punch. That would be a big momentum swing for them.
3-1 pitch, right back up the middle. Kavon knocks it down and gets it over in time to Stewart. And the Longhorns get out of the inning unscathed. It's off for Texas. So if you're a pitcher, take us into the psychology, and you have a prolific lineup like the Texas Longhorns, as we're looking at Riley Crandall in the circle for Baylor today. How do you approach them? How does Crandall do that?
Well, definitely a pitcher like Crandall, she's more side to side. She goes in and out. So just mixing well, mixing pitches, mixing eye level, mixing in her changeup. She has a great changeup and drop. That will help with the eye levels since she does go side to side. And using her defense.
One pitch coming. Fouled away. Maloney hitting .435 on the year, the sophomore from Liberty, Missouri. Loops it into left field. Sliding over to try to glove it is Hot. Kicks away into the corner. Standing up at third base with a triple to start things off for the Longhorns is Maloney.
Maloney, an absolute spark plug. I mean, check out this bat control with her hands. I mean, just doesn't even get to extension, just gets to contact. Great placement on this. And off the bat, you know she's thinking two. But once that ball gets away to Hot, she is booking it.
Brings up Mia Scott with the runner on third. Scott hitting .414 on the season and .442 with runners in scoring position. Back up the middle. That'll score a run. That didn't take long either. Texas up 1-0.
Mia Scott, I mean, just in the box, she's so quiet, so compact, so efficient. Just visits this ball right back up the middle. Baylor up 1-0. I'm sorry, Texas up 1-0.
Baylor wishes they were up 1-0. They had the opportunity in the top of the first, and Natasha, we could be talking about that for a little bit. Runners were at the corners. Obviously, the issue at hand here in front of us. But Texas is 36-0 when they score first. And Baylor had an opportunity to beat them to the jump, and they couldn't do it. Martinez, flare. Another base runner.
Martinez, I mean, just copying what her teammate before did. I mean, just they're so quiet in the box and just so efficient. I mean, you're looking, I put my head down, I look up, and you know, another hit's on the. Crandall just falling behind, and that's her drop on the outside corner. So again, you know, we talked about facing a team like this, getting ahead in the count, challenging them through the zone.
And the Big 12 Player of the Year, ahead in the count 2-0. 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs in the quarterfinals in that victory over Texas Tech. Reese Atwood says, when I got to Austin on my visit, I knew I was home and I knew it's where I was going to go. She launches that. That might carry all the way to Austin. Atwood making herself at home in Oklahoma City. 22nd home run of the season. The sophomore trots home, her team up 4-0.
Just the versatility of this offense. We see it at the top of the lineup with the speed with Maloney. And then just the consistency of Scott, Martinez. And then you got the power with Atwood. 22 home runs on the season, just effortless power. And take a look at her hands. Just so quick to the ball. This ball is on the inner half. I mean, just smooth.
You think she's done it before?
Looks like she's done it before. I mean, I'm just up here, I'm like, it's just beautiful hitting. This is great. It's good stuff.
That brings up the freshman Katie Stewart. Four RBIs last night for Stewart. Set a Texas single game record for the most RBIs in a Big 12 championship tournament. Single game, of course. Counts at 1-1. Roped into left field. Another base runner, still nobody out in the bottom of the first for Baylor.
Yeah, and Katie Stewart reminds me a little bit of Ella Parker. I mean, both two freshmen, both 3 for 3 yesterday, coming in today with hit number 4 for Katie Stewart, but just professional hitters. I mean, they have an approach at the plate. They have a great understanding of their strike zone or their strengths, the hits that, the pitches that they are hunting.
Just circle replacing Riley Crandall. Zadie LaValle now behind the plate for Baylor. And it moves Coyazos over to second base. Stewart down at first. Mitchell, her first at bat of the evening, hitting .383. Zadie LaValle fires it down to first base to check on the base runner. keeping Mitchell honest. She's back. Junior from Liberty, Texas, with a good-looking delivery.
This is her curveball, and what West does so well is she goes also side to side with that curve in her screw. She'll go down in the zone to mix some speeds, and also will mix in her changeup as well.
Payoff pitch coming. Popped up into right field. Watson snares it. Sigh of relief for the Sikkim Bears faithful as they get one down.
Now batting the center fielder, number 21, Henry.
Rise ball misses for West, 1-0. The freshman, Caden Henry. This is one of those freshman of the year candidates that we saw on that graphic. And that's a woman, a young woman who you know pretty well. She actually stopped you when you and I were in the lobby. Many people did, by the way, hanging out with you this week. But she came up to you and stopped you, and you have a relationship with her.
Yeah, last summer coached her on the Alliance Senior All-Star team. Got the chance to meet her.
Barreling up there. Deep fly ball. Strain puts it away. Yeah, she walked right up to us and started chatting with you. And it was cool to see you guys talk, and it's cool to see, you know, opportunities you take advantage of giving back to the youth, and it was neat to see that she was talking to you and she admires you, and it's clear that some of that coaching has paid off here for her.
Man, I admire her. I mean, just getting to know her last summer, just an incredible lady, just so mature, well-spoken, and just, you know, just goes for it. And so it's been fun to follow her career so far.
It's cool to know too, you know, you live in LA, out in Southern California, but she's from Dickinson, Texas, and you're able to work with these softball players all over the country.
Yeah, I mean, just, it's been incredible. I mean, now being on this side of the game, of just being able to dip back in and see the young talent and get to hang out with them. And I mean, I was telling you, Pete, like, I just think our game has gotten so much better just all around. And so from my standpoint, it's just like this proud feeling of like, look at us and look at this game and look at how much we've grown. And not only the exposure, but just the athletes themselves. I mean, we just talked about Katie Stewart. We talked about Henry. I mean, just these phenomenal athletes that are just kind of like video game athletes. Like, it's just surreal to watch them. And so it gives me goosebumps just to be around it and to see it.
And if you're looking for a literal reflection of that growth, you can take a look at this stadium, OGE Energy Field at Devon Park. You mentioned the fact that when you played here, this on the left side you're seeing there, those cement stands, that was all green.
All grass. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now that their stands, they're actually filled up with people in them, and it's phenomenal, like how our game is just changing, and it's fun to be a part of.
Payoff pitch coming to good. 2 outs, runner at first. West deals, fouled away. Nice play made off your screen. Lucky fan. Make it a lucky grab. Let's find out if Good is feeling lucky. So West issues a walk. And in the bottom of the first, Longhorns' opportunity continues here to tack onto the 4-0 lead. The senior, Bella Dayton, waves her bat and waits on the offering. Oh, come on. You got to love the eye black on the left side. I'm sure there's a story behind that. That just looks dangerous.
It's just some flair, some swag.
And the Longhorns, they have most of their swag through their play.
Yeah.
As far as the landscape of college softball is concerned, for the success that they've had, winning 17 straight, run ruling teams almost every time you turn around, they have a business approach.
Like complete swag, and it's with their bats, with their pitching, how they play, how they carry themselves, and even, just talking about how we saw them in the lobby when we were walking out the other day, of just how professional they were. I was like, oh my gosh, well, I kind of was like starstruck, like, this is the Texas Longhorns, just walking through like, hey guys, good luck today, they've just got this aura around them.
And thanks in part to the man at the top, Coach of the Year, Mike White, who is so proud of his team, which is not top heavy with seniors too. We mentioned the freshmen. There's Mike White, the New Zealander, watches as Dayton is now working with the full count.
He's been to a super regional every year as a head coach. That's just a testament to him. He puts together some incredible teams.
The third Texas full count. That ball heads to the gap. Hot lays out. Just misses. It goes to the wall. Another run scores. Ball gets away from Binford at third. And the Texas lead is 5-0. And that war paint, that's not me going out on Halloween. That's the real thing. Hitters count for Ashton Maloney. Flare into the glove of Pylon. But the Longhorns get 6 in the bottom of the...
They come out with just all foot on the gas, and they don't let up.
OGE Energy Field at Devon Park. Pete Souza with Natasha Watley, the Olympian. Outside 2-0. Anna Watson, local product from Hewitt, Texas. Graduate of Riker Catholic. Digs in, takes ball 3. Six-year senior is Anna Watson against the freshman Kavan. 4-pitch walk. Another opportunity for Baylor. Stranded 2 in the first inning at the corners. there. 6-0 Texas. Runner at first. Flores swings out of her shoes. Strike one. Flores and Baylor. RPI rank of 18. Bears would love to host next weekend in Waco. They would have to win here and possibly again tomorrow. But it's 6-0 in the top of the second. They're a long way from that. Slap through the left side. 2 runners on and nobody out.
Abby Flores just doing a good job of taking this heat that's up in the zone and just going opposite side with it. She puts 2 hits on the board for Baylor.
4th base runner of the evening for the Bears. With nothing to show for it. West, double play, backbreaker for the Bears. Martinez does the honors.
Watson just gets caught. She sees this ball hit up the middle, tries to get on the other side of it, but whenever you see that line drive as a base runner, you kind of got to freeze and check to see where your defenders are.
You got this right here, team. Let's go, man. Here we go. Here we go, 2. Your world, 2. Hey, that's here we go.
Taylor Strain fouls it away.
Here we go.
Hitting .297 on the season. 1 for 2 against UCF in last night's win.
Let's go. Be strong here, too. Let's go. Here we go. Drive you want here, man. Let's go. Hey, good eye. That a girl. Here we go. Send it out. Let's go. Here we go. Be great, too. Good eye. Good job. Good count. Let's go. Here we go, 2.
Still some bounce left in the Baylor dugout. And it is very early.
Here we go.
Top of the second. Runner at first is Flores. 2 outs. Straight back up the middle. More glove work. First pitch swings as we see the bracket as to how we got here and what's left to be done.
Hey, energy, let's talk. Let's go.
Tomorrow's final on ESPN2 at 7:30. As my friend from Southern California puts her jacket on. It is getting a little chilly, right?
I know, you're always calling me out in my SoCal ways, man.
The Longhorns made some serious contact in the first inning to the tune of 6 runs. They didn't swing and miss all half inning long.
That's the thing. I mean, they're so aggressive, and sometimes when you talk about like aggressive swingers, they're just free swingers and swinging at everything. Similar to Oklahoma, we were talking about it earlier. It's just the pitches that they're hunting, they're so efficient and they square up to it when they go after the pitches that they're looking for. Good pitch selection, very disciplined.
Here we go. Explode through that net. Let's go.
Counts even at 2-2.
Here we go. Close.
Zadie LaValle tried to frame up strike 3. Her partner West just misses. LaValle behind the dish, the senior from Choctaw, Oklahoma. One of the better defensive catchers in the Big 12, if not the country. Here comes West. 3-2 pitch, driven deep to center field, to the wall, over it. Scott goes yard. 7-0 Texas. 7th home run of the season for Mia Scott.
Mia Scott's 7th home run on the season. First pitch, we see her trying to go through the box, showing bunt. I mean, this team, they can beat you with the power. They can beat you with the small ball. And they're just consistent. And again, Mia Scott so calm in the batter's box. I mean, that swing is picture perfect. Get things out of here.
Great pitch, man. Let's go. Hey.
Great look at the dugout. Some of our wonderful camera angles that we provided you with over the first 3 days of this tournament. And again, the Longhorns really looking like they've been there before. I mean, there is just not a whole lot of exaggeration, I guess you might say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a very calm style of play, very professional. You know, it's just the deepest roster that they've ever had, and it's just the confidence that they exude with just their style of play. It's pretty cool to watch.
Let's go.
Martinez looking her chops up 2-0, sends that into center field.
Here we go.
2 singles for Martinez.
Let's go.
Yeah,
You're going to be watching that.
I am. I'm going to watch tonight. I would love to hope to watch. There's a big matchup between UCLA and Arizona.
Talk about a rivalry.
A big-time rivalry. And this will be the last time that they face each other as members of the Pac-12.
I didn't want to bring it up. I knew that might make you upset.
It is sad. It's sad, but the game is growing, evolving, and changing, and so we will all keep up with it.
Atwood doesn't need much help keeping up. Ahead in the count 2-0 with the home run earlier, her 22nd of the year. Fouled straight back. Sandia, Texas. Population right around 350. Sliding into second base is Martinez.
Hey, great throw, man. Let's go.
4th stolen base on the season.
We're coming right here. Let's go. Keep your energy. Let's go.
The Valley. Adjusts the strap on the back.
We got this, 7. Let's go, man.
3-1 count.
Explosive.
Atwood, we mentioned. Her small town
Keep letting it loose. Let's go.
of Sandia, which she absolutely reps all the time. And she is playing larger than life. Heads down to first base, is on again. Wallace into the game, the pinch run rather. Freshman of the year, and Coach Mike White, Coach of the Year.
Hey, way to be there. Okay, I love it. Let's go.
And there he is. The head man has to like what he sees so far tonight.
Kills it. Let's go. Here we go. Explode. Explode. Let's go. Be great. Here we go.
2-0 pitch from West. Stewart looks at it, count goes 3-0. Green light here?
Absolutely. I think Katie Stewart has a green light any count.
Over for a strike.
Hey, we touching that bag and rolling. Let's go. We got this, you guys. Let's go. Talk it up out there. Let's go.
46th pitch of the evening. Coming from West. Misses the corner. Base is now loaded.
And that's a good spot by West. I mean, if you're going to miss down low, and that was a great spot to put that. Take a look at the pitch. This pitch is down and in. This is her drop. I mean, gosh. That's a pretty close pitch.
Let's go. Great pitch, 7. Let's go.
Mitchell, who flew out to right field in her first at bat, hitting .383 on the year.
Right here. Let's go. Here we go. Explode back. Let's go. Good. There you go. Good
Beats
job.
it down the line past Binford. Foul ball.
Big play, you guys. Let's go. Let's get down. Let's go, ladies. Here we go. Talk to him. Let's go. Good pitch. High. Good job. Good block.
West skips it into the glove of the Valley.
You got this, 7. Let's go. Good grip.
Allie doing a good job back there behind the plate and
Hey, you're doing well, 7. Let's go.
working for her
Keep working.
pitcher.
Here we go, babe. Let's go. Close. Let's go. Good job back there. Good job, babe. Let's go.
A look into the eyes and demeanor of Casey West. In a pressure-packed situation. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-1 pitch coming. Mitchell. That one has eyes. It was knocked down by Pylon, but skips into the outfield. Longhorns lead 9-0. Thrown out at second base, getting greedy. Runner at third now. As Mitchell takes the trot to the ballpark, excuse me, to the dugout, but damage done.
A lot of damage done by Mitchell here and just picking up some more insurance runs, and this is roped through the left side of the defense. And great by Baylor to stay with this and hang on to it and cut Mitchell off at second.
Here we go. Gotta go. Let's go.
West paints the corner.
Hey, here we go. Keep getting explosive. Let's go. Hey, we're talking. Let's go. Let's check that.
Henry flew out to left field in her first at bat,
Explode. Great pitch.
hitting
already,
.377
baby.
on the year.
Let's go. Nice. Hey, way to be that.
Cavazos was too busy thinking about getting it home and lost it. Another run crosses for Oklahoma. It is now 10-0. Second error of the night for Baylor.
Yeah, and those are the difference makers right there. And Colossus, knowing that it was less than 2 outs, she first thought about going home, and then by the time she thought to go first, she'd started to bobble the ball, and Henry too fast.
So here's Leanne Good again.
Oh, yeah. Shoot it in.
The Valley goes down to second. Mind games played by Henry, who wins this round.
Hey, don't second guess. Let's go right here. Let's go. Whoa. That a girl. Let's go. Here we go, Casey.
1-1 pitch coming to Good.
Got it.
Smokes it to Binford. Plays it cool. And guns it over just in time to Flores.
Good job, Lee.
2 down.
Hey, that's a great pick. Keep going.
Flores doing a good job of hanging on to that. Binford threw a rocket over there.
Let's go, man. We're getting out of
West trying to get out of the inning. Her team down 10-0. Runner on second is Henry.
Let's go. Keep working. You got this, man. Let's go. Explosive.
Dayton tripled in her last at bat. Drove in 2 runs.
We got it. Let's go. You got this. Let's go.
Regardless of what happens here tonight, Baylor will be playing in the NCAA tournament.
Let's go. Here we go.
And we'll see Casey West again. We'll see all the green and gold again. But questions now around the Big 12. Will they get 6 teams in? Will they get 7 teams in? Will they get 5 teams in? The strength of schedule for a lot of these teams is what could really help them get into the tournament, as this conference is so top-heavy with great teams. Texas, OU, Oklahoma State just dominated for the better part of the season. Into center field. More domination from the Longhorns. Dayton's got a triple, and now she's got a home run. And the opportunity to trot around the field. Second of the year. Talking to her teammates as she pounces on the plate. Texas pouncing on the Bears.
Dayton, just such a dynamic athlete. Second home run on the season. This time she gets to trot around, and we're used to seeing her wheeling around the bases, but now she can take a jog, and just another piece of beautiful hitting.
6 runs in the first for the Longhorns, 4 runs in the second. Some 2-out production. And you were a slapper, a speedster for a portion of your career, but then you developed the power too.
Absolutely.
And what is that like to add that component to your game?
It's like a superpower. I mean, if we're watching Dayton, I mean, you can't get her out. I mean, you see her squaring the bunt and moving through the box, and then she squares up on one, hits it over the fence. You just feel like you can be undefendable and got superpowers.
Seems like the whole Longhorn lineup right now has superpowers, as we get a look at Ava Knoll and her 6th appearance. 2 1/3 innings pitched on the year.
And Ava Knoll is more in and out. She'll use her curve and her screw. She'll go up in the zone to get you to chase.
Let's go. Great pitch here. Let's go. Got this, man. Let's go. Nice. You got this, Trey. Here we go.
Now batting number 10, Mia Scott.
Here comes Mia Scott to the plate.
Here we go. Let's go, Big D. Here we go.
Just her 3rd at bat in 2 innings.
Got this, baby. Flow through there. Let's
See
go.
Coach Glenn Moore rubbing the back of his neck. It's been one of those nights so far. He is off in the distance, and his team feels like there's a lot of distance between themselves and the Longhorns. But hot, squeezes the fly ball, and Baylor heads to the dugout. Second inning is over. Up to Chris Brown, softball sports information director for Texas, and he said, hey, I want to be standing back here with our team come, late May.
Yeah.
And they're the key dates. Take a look at your screen. The selection show on Sunday. It all starts there.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, we're going to see, obviously if we see Texas continue to win this game, the matchup between them and OU, I mean, they're playing for that #1 seed for the tournament. I mean, whoever comes out of here, I think, gets that case to say that they're the #1 seed for the tourney.
Yeah, Texas now ranked with the #1 RPI. Oklahoma, #2 RPI. So they'll exchange blows quite possibly, or more than likely, tomorrow night. And then you have Baylor ranked 17 in the RPI after Oklahoma. Oklahoma ranked 10th in the RPI after yesterday's loss to BYU, who was 48 in the RPI. Floater. Oh! Unbelievable catch by Dayton. She's done it with her bat. There she does it with her glove. $1 million smile for good reason. Hey, she did it again. There you go, Mom.
Bella Dayton is just having a night. I'm thinking she's just trying to show off a little bit. Okay, Bella Dayton, I see you, girl. I mean, coming in and making this catch, it's next level.
Martinez says, hey, you want to play Can You Top That? Put a little too much mustard on it. Safe at second is Pylon, runner in scoring position for Baylor. One down, top of the third.
Viviana Martinez just showing her range here. I mean, gets to this ball, but just trying to throw across her body. And it just goes a little bit too wide.
What a smooth athlete.
Very smooth. I mean, just her ability to get to that ball.
And it was almost like there was no motion as she got the ball into her glove. Of course, the throw was wild, but man, fun to watch. Here's Shaylin Govan. Has been fun to watch all season long. Had the game-winning RBI last night. Fouled away into the stands. And remember, right now Baylor on the business end of this one, but they are headed for the tournament. And again, they had hopes of hosting, quite possibly. 17th is their RPI, but those could be slipping through their fingertips with this loss tonight.
Yeah, if you're Baylor, you would like to be in that top 16 seeds just to be able to host a regional.
Here's Glenn Moore. Thrilling victory last night for Baylor against UCF. It's their first tournament win since 2018. Govan had the big hit last night. Takes the long walk right now.
And Kavon just going to that pitch down in the zone and just gets Govan out in front on that changeup.
Binford. Pop up. Martinez makes it look easy again, and that definitely was. Winners of 17 straight. 6 consecutive run rules. Martinez, 2 singles, and a handful of incredible plays in the field. Skies it. Coming over is Binford. Puts it away.
Let's go, you guys, let's go.
Aaliyah Binford, who has really felt like a leader since she stepped on campus in Waco. Was lost last year to a devastating injury, just 11 games into her season. But boy, has she battled back this year. She has become their ace pitcher, and we will certainly see a lot more of her in the postseason.
Yeah, and you know, we wonder why she didn't get the start tonight just after the night that she had yesterday. And you know, I only have to think just maybe some matchup things that we just aren't knowing that what coach is thinking for Baylor. But you know, I think just watching Binford last night, she's just a gem just with that changeup. And you're right, we're going to see a ton of her in the postseason.
It's so fun to watch. One of the characters with character. You just love watching play college softball. And it's one of the reasons players like her and teams like Texas that we have such a spotlight on the sport now. 0-2 pitch, Atwood. Coming over to make the play cleanly is Watson. 2 up, 2 down for Baylor. Oklahoma awaits tomorrow
Now
night
batting number 20, Katie Stewart.
as they run-ruled BYU earlier today.
Let's go.
Katie Stewart at the dish, the freshman, 1 for 1. Single and a walk.
Let it work. Here we go. Keep working. Atta girl. Let's go. Keep talking. Let's go. Hey, you explosive. Let's go, babe. Let's go. Work it. Doing the bit. Let's go. Get. Let it fly. Good.
10.
Here we go. Keep doing great. We're talking. Let's go, ladies. We're still having fun. Let's go. Great pitch here, man. Let's go. Explosive. Yep.
No, big pitch. LaValle loves it. A heartbeat for the Bear.
And she's just showing off tonight. What an incredible athlete.
And the eye black to boot.
The swag flair.
Man, I love it.
Let's go.
Pete Souza with Natasha Watley. Slice down the right field line. Out of play. So if you're Baylor and you do obviously move on to the NCAA tournament and things stay status quo tonight, how do you handle losses like this? Do you flush it? You know, yesterday we talked about this is more about what Texas is doing right than what Texas Tech is doing wrong. Is that another case of that again?
Yeah, I think so. But also, too, I mean, if I'm Baylor, I'm going to go back and do my homework, because if you want to be the best, you got to play the best and eventually beat the best. And, you know, what is Texas doing right? You know, they're doing a lot of things right. But if I'm Baylor, I'm going back and doing my homework, and especially, you know, the pitching staff of just how can we be better and how can we, you know, utilize our defense a little bit more? How can we attack the zone earlier? And, you know, it just gets hard when you're facing these elite hitters, but you've got to figure out a way to keep yourself in the game.
Out of play, but in the game and squeezing it is Dayton once again. Coach Moore, one of the best coaches in college softball for a reason, notched his 1,000th win earlier this season. That's rare air, and he is very excited about his team getting back to the postseason, and feels like if they didn't have that slide in the middle of the year, they definitely would be hosting. They beat the likes of your squad, UCLA, early in the year, beat Missouri, kept it rolling, but then stubbed their toe in this middle part of the season and got hot now. They've won 7 in a row. And 10 of their last 11.
And getting hot right at the right time. I mean, yeah, take this game out of the equation. They've just been playing some stellar ball. And I mean, I think last night you saw what they were capable of. You know, with Binford in the circle, I think that they're a different team, and just the way they play around her. And what we saw last night, I mean, that's postseason play right there.
Oh, by the way, Kavan rolls on, shutting out the Bears. She has allowed some base runners, but the freshman is working now. 1-2 count. Watson takes a long walk. Second strikeout of the night for Kavan. Has given 3 hits and no runs, and 2 walks. 14 batters faced. Looking pretty good.
Just dealing. She's got some beautiful late break.
Flores 1 for 1 with a single. One of the 3 Baylor hits tonight. Whenever I pick your brain or other softball people, I ask, hey, what's the key to solid pitching. You know, 90% of the time you hear getting ahead and counts. And tonight, Kavan, 10 of 15 first pitch strikes. I mean, that is what it's all about, working ahead.
Working ahead, and it's just when you are on the other side of that as a hitter, and when you get behind in counts, it just makes you feel like you have a big mountain to climb.
Scott sweeping in, throws it to the right of Mitchell, and Flores catches a break, standing at second base. Second time she has reached base. Second error of the evening for the Longhorns.
Mia Scott doing a good job of reading this ball, of going to go get it, but as she is throwing on the run, she just throws across her body and loses that ball.
We have seen a few miscues from the Longhorns. They play fast and loose. And when you play like that, you have that kind of confidence. More often than not, it's going to work out for you.
Yeah, for them, defense is key. But in some of their losses, if you go back to their Stanford loss, defense was an issue, and so after that, they just kind of came together and talked about how important it was to take care of the ball. And yeah, if they ever have any weaknesses, you know what we're seeing, but you know, it's defense wins championships.
And that defense right there will get him to the bottom of the fourth. Kavan continues to roll, and so do the Longhorns. Victoria Hunter pinch hitting for the Longhorns, who are working with a 12-0 lead. Landed actually inside the extended chalk. Obviously went inside the foul pole. But that didn't take her very long.
Yeah, way to welcome yourself to the game, Victoria Hunter. I mean, are you kidding me with this? First pitch swinging. I mean, she's just trotting, looking at that thing. I mean, that thing was gone. I mean, obviously here at the park, we're trying to figure out if that was fair or foul, but that thing is fair and far.
You see it lands, yeah. That extended line there, where it hit inside. And third base umpire Mike Burwell obviously saw it from his vantage point go inside the foul pole and signaled for a home run. But that was no shock to Hunter, who seemed to know it the whole time.
Man, that was some absolute power right there.
Her third home run of the season. Another home run delivery. It's been that kind of night for the Longhorn family.
That's awesome.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Here we go, Flurry. Let's go. Explode, man. Let's go.
3-0 pitch to Caden Henry. Nobody out in the bottom of the fourth.
You got it, Flurry. Let's go. Explosive. Let's go.
Nice pitch by Knoll.
Here we go.
Working that outer half.
You got it, Flurry. Let's go.
Looped out of play.
Hey, go, Ted. right here. Keep hands right. Let's go. Explode. Go.
Strike 3 for Knoll. That's her first strikeout.
This has got to feel good for Knoll. Just getting this changeup, freezing Henry on this.
In center field, number 5.
Alyssa Washington will be the pinch hitter for Texas. Washington hitting .345 on the season from Abilene, Texas. The senior, one of the leaders on and off the field for her Longhorn squad and teammates. I heard Reese Atwood talk about it. She is like almost like a team psychologist too. She helps our friends and teammates with their problems, and it doesn't hurt to have somebody like that in the locker room or in the clubhouse, especially when you're on such a high-profile stage, right? There's a lot that goes on.
Yeah, and just, you know, her being the captain, being the senior on this team, she's a leader, and, you know, she's sharing experiences, and, you know, that's how culture is built, and Coach White has just built a strong tradition here with this Texas team of just having the veterans pass it down to the younger athletes.
You see that C on her chest. She is the first ever Texas Longhorn to wear a C.
They've never really had a captain before on Coach White's team, but last year they had no one really taking charge, and so he started to implement that this year of, you know, let's designate someone who's going to step up and be the vocal leader.
Washington does it with her voice, and that time does it with her bat. Take a trip. The senior hops on home. Texas is all over Baylor, 14-0.
And you just gotta love to see it. Alyssa Washington, the senior on this team, the leader, her last Big 12 conference, and going out big.
Now batting number 6, Bella Dayton.
And here's Bella Dayton, the Arizona transfer, who has made herself
phenomenal defense as well.
We talked about the home run. We talked about the triple. And here's the glove work.
Oh yeah, don't forget about the glove work. I mean, Bella Dayton just showing off tonight.
And mom and dad have a front row seat to all the action. Towering fly ball. Ashley Wackendorf into the game. Squeezes it. Huge smile from Alyssa Washington's mom. Her daughter just went yard for the 8th time this year. Washington has 5 brothers and sisters. So you can imagine why her teammates lean on her and seek counsel. Another base hit for the Longhorns. This one goes to the gap. No sign of slowing down for Texas. Kyorga into second. No signs of letting up.
Next hitting for the Longhorns, number 25, Ryan Brown.
Ryan Brown coming on a pinch hit. Another freshman getting some run for the Longhorns.
You got it, Bree.
Popped up. Coming in to make the play is Rowett. And they will look right now to have another one coming up tomorrow. 2023, they lost to Oklahoma 6-1. 2005 was the last time they won the Big 12 tournament. And this is their last Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, so that that 2003 and 2005 team is when Kat Osterman was on the team, and we're all familiar with her. It's one of my buds.
One of your buds, but you beat her in the tournament in 2003, and I know she probably doesn't want us to talk about it again. She's texting you, right?
She's texting me, telling me, don't talk about that 2003 year, but you know.
Come on, Kat, you're one of the all-time greats. That's all we needed, because I was asking you in the break, I said, did you ever play them in the tournament? You reminded me, we talked about it yesterday. You did. You had a big hit there, and you guys came back from behind and went all the way to the championship to win it all.
We did, and you know, but just talking about Kat Osterman, I mean, she is the Texas Longhorn brand. I mean, she's the one, in my opinion, that put Texas on the map, and you know, she was a top blue chipper recruit and could have gone anywhere in the country and chose to stay home and, in my opinion, put Texas on the map.
Check swing. In for a strike. And for somebody like me as a fan, it was players like her, players like you, that 2004 team that won gold. It was, and obviously that was a little before, but it just the brand, like you mentioned, of the entire sport, and with help from ESPN, right? Getting into the personalities of these players, turning it into such a celebration. Everybody started to talk about softball around that time, and obviously, I mean, it's continued to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, I mean, just the exposure that the sport has gotten from just being on TV, and you know, just all of the investments that have been put into different programs and different fields. Earlier we talked about Love's Field for Oklahoma, their new stadium that was just built, just raising the level and raising the expectations for other programs around the country to follow suit.
And we talk about ESPN, obviously, our network, and a personality like Holly Rowe, who has seen it all and been at the forefront of the growth of women's sports. And Patty Gasso tells the story that the first time Holly Rowe came to Love's Field earlier this season in late February, March, she was emotional. I mean, she literally cried tears of joy, because it's a sign of where the sport has come from and arrived at it, and where women's sports has come from and arrived at. I mean, we talk about we're on the heels of an NCAA tournament that put up eye-opening ratings, and who didn't watch?
Yeah. Talking about basketball.
Talking about hoops.
Basketball, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was glued to the TV, and, you know, I joked with my husband, you know, we were so invested, and at one point we're like, who's on the men's side? We don't even know who's on the men's side of the tournament.
That was not a unique take. Poked into center field. Opportunity at a double play. See another Texas long arm thrown out of play. The Texas offense, though, they have not missed at all today. Check it out. And this is over the course of the tournament. 27 runs on 24 hits in 9 total innings. What?
Just video game numbers.
Through the wickets of Stewart. Here's Simpson. Count goes to 2-0. And Go Van with the hitter's count, looking for her first hit of the night. Longhorns 1 out away on the trip to the championship game in a meeting with Oklahoma. Simpson spins it. So runners at the corner for Baylor.
Number 27.
Vivoda skips to the backstop and coming home to score the first run of the night for Baylor, Emily Howe. A little rocky so far for Simpson.
Yeah, it looked like that was her changeup in the dirt and just got away from Stewart.
Responds well, throwing hard for a strike. That's driven into the gap. No doubt about that one. Vivoda trying to remind everybody, hey, we're not done yet. And if this is a sign, we got plenty more to come. Second home run of the season for Vivoda, and that was a shot.
Vivoda just unloads into this pitch. It's on the inner half, low rise. She just goes to get it. And just stays behind it. This thing's out of here. 2-run home run.
It's one of the deepest home runs we have seen since we got here on Wednesday. Three runs for Baylor in the top of the 5th.
Here we go.
Simpson trying to finish things off. Collazo standing in her way.
Let's go.
2-0 pitch. Simpson with 2 walks already. Make it 3. count, 1-0. Collazo's down at first. Texas 1 out away from a date with Oklahoma tomorrow night, 7:30 on ESPN2. Simpson working through some stuff. Off speed, went for a strike.
And you can see Sophia Simpson just struggling to find the zone. In situations like this, you know, it's good to get your entire pitching staff some innings and get them some confidence, and just trying to build her confidence a little bit. She's been working on her control a lot lately and working on finishing her pitches. See her teammates behind her just chatting it up and talking to her and trying to keep her positive.
Works the count full. Texas 1 strike away. Simpson spins it. Well, it goes fishing. But it gets away from the backstop. As Stewart just couldn't track it down. So Baylor continues to live on. Dribbler down to first base. Hunter grabs it, steps on the bag. And Texas and you were a slapper, a speedster for a portion of your career, but then you developed the power too.
Absolutely.
And what is that like to add that component to your game?
It's like a superpower. I mean, if we're watching Dayton, I mean, you can't get her out. I mean, you see her squaring the bunt and moving through the box, and then she squares up on one, hits it over the fence. You just feel like you can be undefendable and got superpowers.
Seems like the whole Longhorn lineup right now has superpowers as we get a look at Ava Knoll and her 6th appearance. 2 1/3 innings pitched on the year.
And Ava Knoll is more in and out. She'll use her curve and her screw. She'll go up in the zone to get you to chase.
Let's go. Great pitch, Karen. Let's go. Got this, man. Let's go. Nice. You got this, Trey. Here we go.
Now batting number 10, Mia Scott.
Here comes Mia Scott to the plate.
Here we go. Let's go, Big D. Here we go.
Just her 3rd at bat in 2 innings.
Got this, baby. Explode through there. Let's
See
go.
Coach Glenn Moore rubbing the back of his neck. It's been one of those nights so far. He is off in the distance, and his team feels like there's a lot of distance between themselves and the Longhorns. But Hot squeezes the fly ball, and Baylor heads to the dugout. 2nd inning is over.